Today's model is called the 7S model, and this was developed in the McKinsey Corporation in the States by two management consultants, Robert Waterman and Tom Peters. And the great thing about this model is that it can be used for any organizational change or organizational development program. And what the model does is it uses systems thinking, or a holistic approach, to understanding how we create organizational change. So to give an example of how the model works, imagine a company or an organization is developing a new business strategy. Okay, so it's going to have to think about what are our long-range goals and success measures for delivering that strategy. But we're also going to have to think about, well, what's the optimal structure that we need to deliver the strategy? So what key roles and responsibilities, and how do we organize our internal human resources to deliver the required outcomes of the strategy? We also need to think about our systems and procedures and working practices, and are those processes being developed in a way that optimally can deliver the business goals or outcomes? What about the skills level? What about people's competencies? What about their the training and development that needs to take place? How do we ensure that that's where it needs to be? What about staff? We may need, in order to deliver the business strategy, we need to recruit people with new capabilities or experience or knowledge. And what about the style of the leaders and managers within the organization? Is there something that needs to be done in terms of upgrading or modifying the leadership culture that's again going to be critical to delivering the strategy? And then core to everything are our shared values. What are the underlying principles and beliefs that we have that inform everything we do? So an example might be if we have a commitment to innovation, and that's one of our core values, that will then get us to think about, okay, how do we develop skills in an innovative way? How do we ensure we're recruiting and selecting and developing people who have an innovative approach? Are our systems and procedures innovative? Are we coming up with new and interesting and novel structures and ways of working that can help to deliver the strategy? And do we need to really ensure that in some way our leadership culture is more innovative? So the shared values are absolutely key because they inform the way we develop the whole system. Now the important point about the 7S model is to recognize that any organization or any department is like an ecosystem, and any change we make in any one area of the model will have either a positive or negative knock-on effect on each of the other areas. And the model is very powerful for supporting organizational change, but it's also very useful as a way of auditing when things are not working and pinpointing specific changes and improvements that need to be made.